Do you want clean combos, but you often get tossed by good players? No worries, cause today you'll master clean combos. I'll tell you one more thing, I'll highlight all the important stuff you need and also explain in the easiest way possible. To start in combo, the most basic thing is CPS or TPS. That is basically taps per second or clicks per second. It has to be minimum 9 to 10, then only you'll be starting a combo. That is a minimum requirement. But it can still happen that you may get tossed after this. That is the reason you don't know strafing. Now if you don't know strafing, there's no worry because I'm going to tell you what it is actually. Now you can see my joystick, it's continuously moving and basically this is strafing. You move around randomly to annoy your opponent and basically ruin his aim. This is the best way to start a combo and the easiest part also. And I'm gonna actually tell everything to do it at last, but now I'll be focusing on jump resetting. Now you may be confused that why am I pressing jump? This may just get me died or I'll be comboed, but no. If you check in slow motion, I am jumping when this guy hits and instantly hitting him so I don't get knocked back. And that is the main thing, that if I don't get knocked back and he's getting the knockback, I can easily start in combo. This is an advanced skill and you really need to master it. And if you cannot master it and you can just play, if you just press jump at the wrong time, you may just get tossed. And that is the worst thing, believe me. So master it. Now I'll be talking about the most important concept, aim. I'm not gonna teach you what is aim. I'll actually tell you how to practice it. Basically, just go on zeqa. All the details will be in my description. Go on aim training and just click tracking. I'm gonna explain you what is in this whole arc thing and training thing. So basically, when this guy is moving around, you gotta move with him. Highest CPS is required with this, and strafing has to be done. This is actually the whole practice of aim, strafing, and CPS. If you master this, the only skill remaining for you is jump resetting. After you have mastered this, there's another thing that is flicking, and this is actually useful in hit selecting. So yeah, if you really want to master that, I would not recommend that because that is really hard and that would take a lot of time to master. But this is a flicking skill. I'm really bad at that, but unless you have high CPS, this is not really needed. Now if you have just practiced this 10 minutes every day, the only thing you need to learn is how to continue a combo. Now, if you have successfully started in combo, you really need to focus on how to continue it. Now, believe me, it's really easy. There are two ways, and I'm going to explain you the first way. Basically, you had to hit him in the lowest part, and so you're basically unknowingly reaching him, and he cannot hit you. This is the first way. Now the second way is by continuously strafing, and if you're really mastering strafing, you don't really need to hit him in the low part. Even if you hit in the mid part, you can easily start in combo. Now believe me, these two methods are really practical. You really need to use both of them in different conditions. So if your opponent is really good at CPS, then you should use the strafing method, or if your opponent is really bad at strafing or aim, you could use the CPS method. Now settings. Now key settings, I'll be highlighting all of them. First of all, go in settings, touch, and do the camera sensitivity between 50 to 55. Whichever is good, just do that. This is really important. Second thing, sprint using joystick. This is really important because if you sprint, then there's high chances of starting a combo, or you can hit your opponent a little bit more than him. So this is important, sprint using joystick. Next thing I'll recommend is that you should change the sneak option. That is tap button to sneak once or hold. I didn't do in this one, but do that. Next thing in video, have your FOV between 90 to 110. That is really smooth, really good, and that is really good to start a combo. All top players like Jitter use that. Second thing, have less render distance. And graphic mode, if you use fancy or simple, it's on you. The problem is there should not be any lag. Now, till now, I have told literally everything you need to start a combo. The only thing now you really need to do is exercise and practice on service zeqa or heisu. But if you really want to learn how to finger placement or how do I place my fingers, just check this one video. Okay, I've played a bedwars game and I've used my fingers, and yeah, it's a good way to learn.